Tired of endless online searches just to find reliable export information for your products? Meet Export Product Atlas, your one-stop shop for all export product information. Whether you're an intending exporter or already in the game, Export Product Atlas gives you up-to-date, comprehensive insights on over 100 export products. From export specifications to common pitfalls to avoid, market entry strategies, and packaging standards. No more guessing, no more scattered information. Get the intelligence you need to choose the right products, enter the right markets, and comply with the right standards, all in one place. Built for small businesses, trade professionals, and growing exporters, Export Product Atlas empowers you to grow your export business with confidence and stay ahead in global markets. Stop searching. Start exporting smarter. Visit Export Product Atlas today and unlock the information advantage your export business deserves.
Congratulations, your search for buyers abroad is over, through the help of the Eureka Pack. The Eureka Pack helps you do 7 things in order to get buyers abroad. It shows you how to 1. Get prepared to get buyers abroad. 2. Get the online tools to deploy to get buyers abroad. 3. Get list of markets with demands for your products. 4. Get the list of importers in that market. 5. Get the contacts of importers in that market. 6. Get the export contracts from the contact details of the importers. 7. Get favorable export contract terms. The Eureka Pack shows you how to enter the billion-dollar markets available for your products across the world at a very discounted rate of 60,000 naira. The valuable materials that you get upon purchase include 2 manuals and 27 videos explaining and demonstrating how to use the manuals to find buyers abroad. We know you are elated already and interested in ordering for the Eureka Pack right away. Place your order via a WhatsApp chat to 0809 999 3142 or email to info@3timpex.com. You can get this pack for just 60,000 naira. Grab your copy now. Congratulations.
At 3T Impex, we believe every aspiring exporter deserves a clear pathway to international success.
That's why we created the Export Mentoring Program, from Export Novice to Export Legend.
This is a 6-month, hands-on mentoring program designed to take you from beginner to global exporter.
Every participant is guaranteed direct contact with 5 active international buyers.
You receive step-by-step handholding, from product selection and branding to documentation, logistics, and payments.
Most of our participants begin their first export transaction within 3 to 6 months.
And when you complete the program, you continue to enjoy free advisory services.
The program costs 1,200,000 naira and runs virtually with participants from Nigeria and around the world. If you're ready to move from Export Novice to Export Legend, this program is for you.
Tired of the endless online hunt for export information? Introducing Export Product Atlas, your one-stop shop to launch and grow your export business. Get instant, up-to-date intelligence for over 100 export products. From critical specifications and compliance pitfalls to winning market strategies and packaging rules, all in one place. We empower new and current exporters with the comprehensive insights you need to compete and win in global markets. Transform confusion into confidence. Ditch the endless search. Visit exportproductatlas.com today. Your global market intelligence is waiting. Export Products Atlas, your one-stop shop for export product information.
All right. Good evening, everyone, and thank you very much for joining today. This evening, we are going to continue from where we left off last week. If you look at the chart, you will notice we are in episode 4. Every week, we talk about how to find buyer for different products. And today, we are looking at dry split ginger. Good enough. The challenge we have with our production has been to a large extent resolved. I heard the farmers are fully back and our ginger is back on track. And it looks like we should be able to have some fantastic sales of ginger in this new season. So if you're interested in ginger, welcome on board. We'll be riding through on the journey to finding buyer for dry split ginger. finding buyer for dry split ginger. If you are yet to join our YouTube channel, you can subscribe. The video is available for free on our YouTube channel, Global Trade Tutor and Voice of African Trade. Kindly subscribe to be able to have access to the video. Also, you can get link to this program on our Telegram channel, African Export Business Platform. Every week, we have 8 segments in this program. 8 segments. We start with preamble, and then the people, then the purchaser, then the protocol to follow in finding buyers, then the potential of the market, the promotional strategy, the partition, what you can call the barrier to entering the market, and lastly, the pitfalls. And lastly, the pitfalls. And lastly, the pitfall. Remember, you can drop your question as you go along, and I will answer at a convenient point or at the end of the program. Again, let's look at the step-by-step export process from preparation to promotion to purchase order to procurement and production to packaging and labeling to pre-export documentation, port clearance and inspection, post-export documentation, port-to-port shipment, presentation of document, port clearance and inspection at destination, payment. But in all this, our focus in conversation today is on number 2, and of course number 3, plus number 1, of course. Basically, important things you need to do if you are thinking of finding buyer. Dry split ginger is a processed form of fresh ginger that has been cleaned, peeled or unpeeled, cut longitudinally into half or quarter, and dried to reduce moisture for long-term storage. Export and industrial use. It's one of the most in-demand spice products in the global market because of its strong aromatic flavor, long shelf life, and versatility across food, beverages, pharmaceuticals, and cosmetic industry. The drying and splitting process helps preserve the essential oil and bioactive compound in ginger, making dry split ginger highly valued for both culinary and functional application. For both culinary and functional application. Dry ginger typically has a light yellow to pale brown appearance. A good quality dry ginger retains its uniform shape, minimal breakage, and characteristic spicy scent when crushed or soaked. It's recommended that moisture content should be between 8 to 12% max to prevent mold growth, appearance light brown to yellow, and free from black spot, mold, or discoloration. Mostly half or quarter. Someone says, show the slide where you have the steps. Oh, maybe I'll show you again later because that will drag me back. But you'll get the video online so you can do a screenshot of it. It's available free on our YouTube channel. So I'm sure you can do a screenshot of it if you need to get that. Fiber content should be moderate. Volatile oil 1.2 to 1.5 to 2%. Some people are buying ginger because of that oil content. Some people are buying ginger because of that oil content. Because of the oil content. Because of the oil content. Foreign matter less than 1%. Total ash no more than 6%. Microbial standard free from pathogen or mold. Free from pathogen or mold. Chemical residue must comply with maximum residue limit, odor and taste. Odor and taste. Strong characteristic ginger aroma with pungy, spicy taste. Spicy taste. What are the uses of dry split ginger? Widely used in several industries. Food beverage sector, in pharmaceutical and nutritional industry, in cosmetic and personal care industry. Overall, dry split ginger is a highly versatile, shelf-stable, and globally traded agro-commodity with significant culinary and industrial application. Culinary and industrial application. The people in global trade of dry split ginger, the consumer is rarely an individual shopper. And this is a very important information. Is rarely an individual shopper. Is rarely an individual shopper. Most likely a company, an institution, an organization that is using the ginger as a raw material in some other things that they are into. In some other things that they are into. Instead of commodity function almost instead, this commodity function exclusively as a B2B raw material. As a B2B raw material. The journey, for example, from Nigeria farm to a US table involve a complex network of industrial buyers who value the root for the reason distinctively different from why a home cook buy fresh ginger. Dry ginger is highly demanded spice product with a diverse global consumer base, spanning individual companies and large industrial processors. Its long shelf life, concentrated flavor, and functional health benefit make it preferred raw material across multiple sectors. Understanding therefore who is buying dry split ginger, why they buy, what they use it for, and when they make the purchase decision is essential for exporters seeking strong penetration in international market. So who are those that use ginger? Food and beverage manufacturers. These include producers of spices, blend, curry powder, seasoning, sauces, marinade, ginger beverages, tea, bakery product, processed food. They represent one of the largest consumers of this product. Second in pharmaceutical or nutraceutical company. This firm use dry ginger in supplement, capsule, herbal medicine, and extract due to its therapeutic properties. Essential oil extract manufacturer. They process ginger into oleoresin, essential oil concentrate for industrial application. Then the cosmetic, care, and aromatherapy companies. And the aromatherapy companies. These consumer use ginger extract for skincare, hair care, and wellness products. Who uses ginger? Food services business, restaurants, spice, wholesaler, catering companies, specialty food stores. Who uses ginger? Individual consumers, retail buyer, use dry ginger for cooking, herbal tea, home remedies, particularly Asian, African, European, and North American market. Importers and commodity traders also buy ginger. They buy in bulk and redistribute to processors and retailers. Spice miller and blender also buy. Spice miller and blender also buy. Spice miller and blender also buy. They also buy. It's important to understand why they buy. Already a manufacturer, extra manufacturer also buy. Why do they buy, or what do they use it for? What do they use it for? What's the motivation? Or why do they use it? Flavor and aroma. Ginger strong pungent spicy flavor enhances food product and beverages. Long shelf life. Compared to fresh ginger, dry split ginger store well for months without spilling. Long shelf life. Compared to fresh ginger, dry split ginger store well for months without spillage. Nutritional and medicinal value is anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and digestive benefit attract pharmaceutical and nutraceutical companies. Cost efficiency is cheaper to transport, store, and process compared to fresh ginger. Concentrated quality. Dry, intensify ginger oil and essential oil, increasing potency for industrial use. Versatility, it is suitable for multiple industry, food, health, cosmetic, and wellness industry. Potency and chemistry, the drying process converts ginger oil into chagol, pungent spicy heat. Spicy heat, industrial users, particularly in the beverage and pharmaceutical sector, need this concentrated heat, which fresh ginger lack. Logistics and economics, fresh ginger is roughly 80% water. Shipping dry is far cheaper per unit of flavor. It's lightweight, non-perishable, and can be stored for a long time, up to 12 months, allowing factory to maintain year-round production without fear of spoilage. Standardization. For a company making millions of bottles of ginger beer, flavor consistency is key, and dry ginger offers a stable baseline for extraction, unlike fresh roots, which vary widely in taste depending on the age and depending on the origin. What do they use it for? Food manufacturing, spice blend, curry powder, bakery products, soap, sauces, meat processing, tea, beverages, pharmaceutical like anti-nausea formulation, digestive aid, cold and flu remedy, nutraceutical products, capsule, herbal extract, wellness supplement, essential oil, resin, used in flavoring, aromatherapy, and natural medicine. Cosmetics, lotion and soap, fragrances, hair product, and massage oil. Household uses, cooking, herbal tea, and traditional remedies. When do they buy? The buying cycle is dictated by the harvest calendar and global demand peak. Sourcing window usually January to May. In Nigeria, the new crop harvest begin in November, but drying take time. So the peak buying season for international contract is January through April. Major buyer rush to secure contract early in the year to lock in new crop before price rise due to storage costs. So if you are looking at exporting ginger this year, it's a good time to buy and store while you follow up on buyers, leveraging what we'll be discussing here to reach out to potential buyers who will be interested in your product. To reach out to potential buyers who will be interested in your product. Who will be interested in your product. Consumption window. Demand often spike again in late year as Western manufacturers ramp up production for winter season and holiday baking season. The buying pattern for fresh dried ginger by industry, food spices purchased continuously year-round to maintain production schedule. Pharmaceutical increase purchase during winter and flu season. During winter and flu season, October to March, when demand for ginger-based health products increase. Retail market, sale peak during festive season, winter month and cultural holidays. Importer and traders often buy in bulk immediately after major harvest season to secure supply and lower prices. Cosmetics follow annual production cycle, typically lock in supply via long-term contract. These are important to give you an idea of who is buying at any point in time. To give you an idea of who is buying at any point in time. So you know those you are talking to. So you know those you are talking to. Purchasers. 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 Who are the purchasers? Who are the purchasers? Spice and seasoning manufacturers. Spice and seasoning manufacturers are the purchasers. Spice and seasoning manufacturers are the purchasers. This company produce curry product, curry powder, spice blend, seasoning cube, marinade, sauce, food additive. They are among the largest consumers because ginger is a core ingredient in global cuisine. Food and beverage processing company. This includes manufacturer of ginger tea, ginger ale, herbal tea, bakery product, confectionery, soup, canned food, meat processors, and ready meal producers. Pharmaceutical and nutraceutical company. They use dried leaf ginger for producing digestive aid, anti-inflammatory supplement, ginger capsule, herbal extract, cold flu, and remedies. Cold flu and remedies. Essential oil and oleoresin producers. Essential oil and oleoresin producers. This company extracts ginger and resin for food flavoring, aromatherapy, and industrial application. The cosmetic and personal care manufacturer incorporate ginger extract in lotion, soap, shampoos, hair growth product, and aromatherapy product. Food service buyer, restaurant, hotel, catering companies, Asia specialty stores, government retailer, Also purchase dry stick ginger for culinary and retail use. For culinary and retail use. For culinary and retail use. Wholesaler and importer or commodity broker. And there are quite a number of this. There are quite a number of this kind of people. Why? Because in this kind of trade, you have quite a number of traders whose focus basically, a number of traders whose focus basically is to trade. Buy and sell. And you have quite a number of them. Retail consumer, individual purchase ginger for baking, for home cooking, herbal tea, natural remedy, wellness purpose. This segment is usually accessed indirectly to retailers and online marketplace. To effectively target and reach buyers, the buyer can be segmented as follows. Number one, industrial buyer. These are food processors, pharmaceuticals, nutraceutical and essential oil producer. Their characteristics, they buy large volume. Their characteristics, they buy large volume. Large volume. They buy large volume. Strict specification. Remember, it's food, not cosmetics. Cosmetic might not be as strict, but food will definitely be strict because it's food and it's going into human body. And because it's going into human body, they need to be very careful because of regulation. Long-term contract and focus on quality consistency. Not just delivering quality once in a while. Consistency is key for this market segment. The idea of this conversation is to let at least those of us on the call who are interested in getting buyer for ginger to understand the kind of buyer we are trying to get, what their requirements are, and what we can do to ensure we do not disappoint the buyer. To ensure that we do not disappoint the buyer. Second segment, commercial buyers. These are industries, spice companies, wholesalers, restaurant, retail store, medium to long to high volume. Large volume people, medium to large volume people. Price sensitive, but flexible with specification. Segment 3, traders and distributors, which include import-export company, commodity brokers, distributor network, also buy in bulk, but they are also very price sensitive, competitive pricing. And they buy seasonally. Then the retail and individual consumer through supermarket, online platform, ethnic stores. They buy in smaller quantity, convenient focus, and of course, brand conscious. How do we reach them? Reaching industrial buyers, attend major trade fairs, and we've talked about this severally, the fact that you need to attend trade fairs. You're looking for buyers, you will need to get to trade fairs, or at least register on B2B platform. If you are not going to trade fair, you should be on B2B platform. SIA in Paris, Anuga, Germany, Gulf Food, Natural Product Expo. Use direct marketing, email pitches, product catalog, technical data sheet obtain certification to build credibility. Reaching industrial buyers. How about the commercial buyers? How do we reach them? Advertise to spice-related B2B platform. Partner with wholesalers and distributors. Offer private label service for retailers. Provide samples and competitive price. And send product brochures and videos to restaurant chain and food service company. Traders and distributors. You find a lot of them on B2B platforms. So if there is a platform, if there is an option that I would strongly recommend you consider to get people who are interested in buying at the moment, therefore going online to post what they wanted or they're interested in buying, B2B platform is the answer. Getting data of importers is good, but you might be catching them at a time where they are no longer buying. Meaning you have to talk to a lot of people. Engage with importers through commodity broker, commodity trading platforms. Use Chamber of Commerce network and offer flexible payment terms to attract brokers. Reaching retail consumers. Supply supermarket through local distributors. Sell via online, different stores online. Use social media marketing and product branding strategy. Social media marketing can be very good also. Only that sometimes it might be attracting small buyers, retail consumers. Partnering with boutique and health shops. Trade fair and exhibition is a very important option. Trade fair and exhibition. And this is an option to get buyers list. From Anuga in Germany, Sia in France, Gulf Food in UAE, Fancy Food in US. Trade fair catalog provide complete database of exhibitors and buyers. B2B marketplace, Alibaba Global Sources, Trade Key, Export Hub, Global Buyers Online, Go Forward Business, Indian Mart. There's so many of them. Import-export database, Panjiva, Import Journals, Volza, Trademap. This provides you data and record of people who are importing. So a combination of B2B and database can be very good. Database lets you know what volume they're buying, where they're buying from, if they are still in business. Give you an idea of a due diligence on them. But the B2B lets you know when they're buying, because that's when they posted online that they need 300 metric tons, and you can be part of people that supply part of what they are interested in. Chamber of Commerce or Trade Promotional Agency. US Chamber of Commerce, UK Chamber of Commerce, Nigeria Promotion Council, International Trade Center provide lists of buyers, directories, and partnership network. If you're interested in getting database of importers, then we can assist. Option to get list of buyers also include LinkedIn prospecting. And you can search for procurement managers, sourcing directors, and purchasing team using keywords, spice, importer, food processing company, ginger buyer, herbal supplement manufacturers, and the like on LinkedIn. And you can actually get their contact on LinkedIn, both email and phone number. Industrial association like American Spice Trade Association, European Spice Association, All India Spice Export Forum. Member often include major ginger buyers, government importer registry, publish importer list for food like FDA, Canada Food Import Directory, and EU importer database. If you are trying to get buyer for ginger, what are the protocols to follow? Number one is to understand how to choose export market. Very soon, after the break, I will show you the top market demanding ginger around the world. The top market buying, the major place to buy. Now, in all those places, what are the criteria you need to put in place to determine the market to go? What that means is that not all markets are suitable for you. And if you are not conscious of this, you might be targeting a market that eventually you get a contract, but you are unable to ship, or you ship, and when there are issues, it becomes difficult for you to resolve. Prohibition list, potential market, purchasers, personnel, paperwork, pricing, packaging and labeling, and political economy are 8 important factors to consider in choosing a market. Prohibition lists involve checking to ensure that the selected country does not have this product as on their prohibition list. Market potential involves ensuring that the selected country is among the top markets with demand around the world. The purchaser involves checking to ensure that the selected export market has different options for the distribution of the selected product. Personnel involves checking to ensure that the exporter can get an overseas sales representative in the selected export market. Paperwork involves checking to ensure that the exporter can get the necessary documentation required to sell the selected product in the export market. Look at number 4. Personnel involved as representative in the export market. Whenever you are trying to enter a market, how can we obtain soft copy? The lecture on YouTube, Galaxy, is going to be on YouTube for free, so you have access to it on YouTube. You will have access to it on YouTube, Global Trade Tutor, and Voice of African Trade. So I'm talking about personnel, how important personnel is for you, and why personnel in the export market is critical. If you do not have personnel in the export market, then you need to insist on a letter of credit transaction, because that's a safety net for you. If you don't have a personnel in the export market, then you need to get a secure payment method. Paperwork involves checking to ensure that the exporter can get the necessary documentation required to sell the product in the export market. Pricing involves checking to ensure that the pricing of selected product for export is competitive in the chosen export market. Packaging and labeling involve ensuring that the packaging and labeling of the selected product is suitable for the chosen export market. And then political economy involves checking to ensure that you are not exporting to a destination with a political or economic risk. This is the reason why, if you are not a fan of CNN, BBC, Al Jazeera, and you want to export, then you will be a fan of those channels. You need to know what's happening to the market you are shipping to. So the fact that there are buyers in that market does not mean it's a good market for you, particularly if they have a political risk, any form of sovereign risk, either because of their currency, economy, political, whatever it is. What is important and critical is for you to know not all markets are suitable for you. Not all markets are suitable for you. So that you got a contract does not mean you have to implement it. You shouldn't even reach out to such buyers in such markets in the first place if you have properly done your own evaluation. Then again, you want to export ginger. What do you know about ginger? What do you know about ginger? What do you know about ginger? Instead of going online and searching everywhere, Google, AI, to be able to know about ginger, we have developed an application for you. The application make it easier for you to be able to, on one spot, assess the product of your choice and get to know all you need to know about that product. And we call it Export Market Intelligent Platform. It's an Export Market Intelligent Platform. If you look at the screen, you will see the Export Market Intelligent Platform. From the home page, you want to learn about, you need information, export intelligence on Ginger. This is a one-stop shop for export product information regarding Ginger or any product. It has over 100 products. So you can go to the category here, or you just simply put Ginger, and because it's an agro commodity, you can search directly. It's bringing fresh ginger or dry split. Which one are you looking for? Dry split. So you click on dry split, view data. If you click on dry split, then it brings it for, they are all in chart because you are business people and you need summary information. This is showing the product and the way it's packed. See the way it's packed in the container. You need to know this kind of picture. Can you see the dry bag loaded? Can you see the way it's put on pallets? See the way the container is prepared. See the way the container is prepared. And each product on this platform is 10,000 naira. Is anyone here exporting ginger already? Okay. On this platform is 10,000 naira. So you can get the specification. You want to know the top market. Look at the top market buying ginger. Can you see? United States is a major buyer of this product. United States is a major buyer of this product. It's important to know the market you are trying to target. For dry split ginger, ginger generally, the major buyer is China. Sorry, for ginger, the major buyer is the US. Now, I'm saying all this to explain something. Look at parameter, for example. Look at parameters. Look at parameters. Parameter are quality specification, from moisture to oil content, from moisture to oil content, to impurities, to chemical residue, to microbial limit, to oil, to aroma and flavor. It's important for you to know the specification and, of course, the information about how to package it, which kind of bag to use. But more importantly, on this is the pitfalls. What can go wrong and how do you fix it? And all this you find on this platform, the Export Market Intelligence Platform called the Export Product Atlas. On this platform, all you need to do is to register and pay with sum of 10,000 naira. You have access to these materials. It's exportproductatlas.com. Exportproductatlas.com. So you can use this screenshot or do a screenshot of this or scan it to be able to access the exportproductatlas.com. Scan it to be able to access the exportproductatlas.com. The exportproductatlas.com. We'll go on a short break. When we return, we'll talk about the pitfalls, the potential, and the promotion.
Tired of the endless online hunt for export information? Introducing Export Product Atlas, your one-stop shop to launch and grow your export business. Get instant, up-to-date intelligence for over 100 export products, from critical specifications and compliance pitfalls to winning market strategies and packaging rules, all in one place. We empower new and current exporters with the comprehensive insights you need to compete and win in global markets. Transform confusion into confidence. Ditch the endless search. Visit exportproductatlas.com today. Your global market intelligence is waiting. Export Products Atlas, your one-stop shop for export product information.
At 3T Impex, we believe every aspiring exporter deserves a clear pathway to international success.
That's why we created the Export Mentoring Program, from Export Novice to Export Legend.
This is a 6-month hands-on mentoring program designed to take you from beginner to global exporter.
Every participant is guaranteed direct contact with 5 active international buyers.
You receive step-by-step handholding, from product selection and branding to documentation, logistics, and payments.
Most of our participants begin their first export transaction within 3 to 6 months.
And when you complete the program, you continue to enjoy free advisory services.
The program costs 1,200,000 naira and runs virtually with participants from Nigeria and around the world. If you're ready to move from Export Novice to Export Legend, this program is for you.
All right. Potential. 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 The country with the largest buying potential for dry ginger is United States. United States. Total demand being 1.39 billion. Over 2 billion right now, because the data I have is a bit old. But it's important that the top market, like we saw in that chart, why this is trying to update, let's go back to that chart. Like we saw in that chart was, just a moment, please. The top market, talking in terms of potential, United States, Netherlands, Bangladesh, Germany, United Arab Emirates, Japan, Pakistan, United Kingdom, Canada, and Malaysia. Canada and Malaysia. So if you are looking for market for ginger, these are the market to consider. And the reason why this is important is these are the market you will be targeting afterwards. These are the market you'll be targeting afterwards. So it's important to be able to know who is buying. With the largest share being United States, 11.5%, followed by the Netherlands, followed by Germany, Japan, Germany, Pakistan, Bangladesh, UAE, Malaysia, with a good number of demand in Europe and Asia. Good volume of demand in Europe and Asia. Even though good volume of demand in Europe and Asia, even though the largest buyer is in North America, otherwise called the United States. It's in North America, otherwise called the United States. Promotion. Participate in international trade fairs and exhibition. Participate in international trade fairs and exhibition. Participate in international trade fairs and exhibition. If you don't want to spend money on this, maybe you should consider a B2B platform. Whichever way, you will still incur cost. Trade fair remain one of the most powerful promotional tools because they attract buyers, wholesalers, manufacturers, distributors from around the world. SIA in France, Anuga in Germany, Gulf Food, First Fancy Food Shows, World Spice Congress. Exhibiting here create an opportunity to display samples, negotiate bulk deal, understand buyer specification, and build long-term business relationship. Leverage B2B platforms. Online platforms have become essential tool for reaching international buyers. Exporter can list dry sleeve ginger on platforms like Alibaba, Global Sources, Trades Key. This platform allows exporters to upload product photo specification, certification, pricing, enabling global buyers to make direct inquiries. Premium membership increase visibility and search ranking, helping to attract large volume buyers. Use shipment data platform to identify active buyers. That's buying data. Platforms like Import Genus, Panjiva, Volza, Trademark provide detailed import records showing who is importing ginger, where are they located, what the volume they are importing, who is their supplier, and what's their supply history. Exporter can use this data directly contact verify importer and processing company, and this is one of the fastest method of finding high quality, large volume buyers actually, because B2B will not show you that, but buying data on this platform, we give you that information. Partner with export agents and commodity brokers. Export agent and commodity brokers. They help to negotiate with buyer and do documentation, facilitate introduction, provide market intelligence. Engage international distributor or wholesaler or wholesale importer. They purchase in bulk to resell. Exporter can approach Chamber of Commerce, trade missions, B2B matchmaking programs, embassy, trade department, working with distributor provides steady demand, reduce marketing costs, and easier entry into markets such as EU, Middle East, and North Africa. Comply with international certification. HACCP, ISO, phytosanitary certificate. I cannot overemphasize that. Phytosanitary certificate. I cannot overemphasize that. ISO ESAC standard, FDA compliance, displaying compliance in marketing material, increase trust and promote acceptance. Create strategic partnership with food processors and manufacturers. The largest consumer of dry leaf ginger are food factories, nutraceutical manufacturer, ginger tea producer, spice company. Exporters should reach this buyer through direct mail, sample shipment. When you are sending direct mail, you should send a full corporate offer. You can Google to understand what will be the content of a full corporate offer on your letterhead signed, showing the detail of the trade or product and specifications and the like. LinkedIn. People have underrated LinkedIn as a marketing tool to find buyers because they forgot that the procurement manager of many companies abroad are on LinkedIn. And with some third-party app, you can even get their phone number and email. LinkedIn is a powerful tool for promoting dried leaf ginger. Exporter can search for procurement manager, join spice, herbal, and food processing group, post technical content about ginger, run targeted LinkedIn ad. This helps establish credibility and attract industrial buyer to the US, EU, Middle East, and Asia. Partner with export agent and commodity broker. Export agent and commodity broker. Negotiate with buyer, handle documentation, facilitate introduction, and provide market intelligence. Selling through ethnic market and retail chain. The reason I'm providing different options is for you to critically evaluate them and decide on the one that works for you. Probably based on budget, the market you're targeting, and a number of other factors. Exporter can work with African stores, Asia grocery stores, Middle East spice market. This segment prefer dried ginger for cooking, herbal tea, and traditional remedy. What are the hindrances that hinder market access? I call them partition. What are the things that hinder market access? I call them partition. Number one, street quality and food safety standard. Street quality and food safety standard. Street quality and food safety standard. Food safety standard. Many important countries, especially Europe and North America and part of Asia, set strict regulation for microbial safety, pesticide residue, aflatoxin level, hygiene practices, and most of these will be created by high moisture content. Exporter that cannot meet this standard, may experience shipment rejection. We experience shipment rejection. Shipment rejection. Shipment rejection. How to overcome? Adopt good agricultural practice and proper drying method. Train farmers on correct harvesting, sorting, drying, and storage. And storage. Using ISO, ASOP, or GHP certified processing facility, conducting pre-laboratory now. Because you are not the farmer, doing pre-lab, pre-shipment inspection is critical for you. It's very critical for you. Very, very critical for you. Complicated documentation requirement. Export documentation. Such as phytosanitary. Could you please share the Eukarya is going to be available on YouTube. It's going to be available on our YouTube channel, Global Trade Tutor and Voice of African Trade. So you have access to it. I hope that is fine. Certificate of origin, packing list, commercial invoice, fumigation report, and more. Small exporters should often struggle with this requirement. work with consultant, freight forwarder, logistic company to handle your documentation. We actually have, as a company, we have what we call export as a service. It helps you to outsource your export documentation to you outsource, more like you outsource your export department, like handling your documentation and export clearance. So just work on getting your buyer, work on your product. As soon as the product gets to Lagos, every other thing that needs to be done, including reviewing the document against letter of credit terms, all that can be done for you through our export as a service program. Packaging and labeling regulation. Different countries demand specific labeling details, including lot numbers, net weight, country of origin, allergen-free declaration, and sometimes traceability information. Run packing and labeling. So study packaging rule of each market. Use food grade bag. Use food grade bag. Work with packaging supplier familiar with international export standard. Phytosanitary restriction. Some country impose restriction on to prevent entry of pest or plant disease. This may require fumigation, pre-shipment inspection. If you see what I showed you, you see the way that thing look like. Okay, I will drop the link to the YouTube. Someone is asking about the link to the YouTube channel. Like I said, it's Global Trade Tutor and Voice of African Trade. Global Trade Tutor and Voice of African Trade. I will just a minute. If you check the chat now, I just dropped the link on the chat. That is the link to the YouTube channel for the person asking for it. That is the link to the YouTube channel. If you check the playlist, under the playlist, you will see a playlist titled Finding Buyers Abroad. It currently has 4 videos because we've had 4 sessions. All right. So cleaning and processing step to avoid contamination, obtain first-time certificate for authorized agency, use approved fumigation service. Trade bureaucracy and border delay. Long inspection queues, weak port infrastructure, slow regulatory agency can delay shipping and increase cost, weakening competitiveness. Nowadays, border port delay for shipment in Lagos is no more a reality. There's no delay again. If you have delay, then try our export as a service. There's no delay again in the port in Lagos. There's no, because some people will say, there's congestion. There's no congestion. If your agent is delaying your shipment, it's because of inefficiency, or maybe he actually lacks some basic understanding of document processing, not because there is an issue. The issue has been largely resolved, and some of the issues were resolved even before Buhari left office. Market information barrier. Many exporters do not have access to reliable information. That is why we provide the export market intelligence platform called the exportpro.atlas.com. exportpro.atlas.com. That's why we provide that market intelligence platform. The essence of that market intelligence platform basically is to assist you to be able to get all the information that you need about the product you are exporting. Remember, one of the protocol is to know the product you are trying to export. Know the product. Know the product. Know your product. Know your product. Know your product. Financial constraint and financing gap. We have a coaching program on financing export. You can subscribe to it and we can work with you in structuring your export financing. We do training for a number of banks on export trade financing in Nigeria. So I'm sure we can add value to your business. If you're an exporter and you're trying to raise money for your export business, but you have to be already an exporter. If you have not exported before, most banks will not be interested because of the high risk. Pitfalls. What are the pitfalls to avoid? What are the pitfalls to avoid? What are the pitfalls to avoid? Number one, poor product presentation. Pitfall to avoid in finding buyer. And this pitfall hinder people from getting buyer. Many exporters present ginger with unprofessional picture. Take very good picture of the product and put it on your website. Very good picture of the product and put it on your website. Take very good picture of the product and don't approach a buyer. Don't register on platform looking for buyer when you do not have a very functional website. When you do not have a very functional and good website, because your website sells you. Your website sells you. Use clean, clear, high quality product photo showing old color, cut size, dryness, cleanliness, and packaging. Prepare a proper product data sheet with specs, moisture, oil, foreign matter, packaging option. Maintain consistent quality across all batches. Vague and incomplete communication with buyer. Send a message like, we sell ginger. What's the meaning of that? Contact us for detail. What's the meaning of that? Without specification, certification, pricing range, and minimum order, buyer lose interest. If you are sending them, in fact, if you are reaching out to a buyer, it will not be a bad idea to send them a full corporate offer immediately. Meaning you already have the full corporate offer for your product. That you're laughing. The full corporate offer for your product. You should have that already. On your letterhead. You can easily attach, because if you are on some of these platforms, you will gain access to buyers. If you are not getting access to buyers who are communicating with you, it's a sign that there's something you are not doing correctly. And that's exactly the reason we are having this conversation. That's exactly the reason we are having this conversation. There's something you are not doing correctly that you need to do correctly. Present clear detail, product specification, price, packaging type, minimum order, certification, port of loading. These are the information that to be on your full corporate offer. What is the meaning of CNF? CNF means CFR. It's an Incoterms. CFR. CNF is the same as CFR, cost and freight. And respond quickly. If you are reaching out to buyer Remember, you are in different zone. You want to ensure you respond early in the morning so that they can see your message before they close for the day, particularly if they are in Asia. No online presence or weak digital footprint. No LinkedIn page, no Facebook page, no Instagram page, no website, and you are looking for buyer. That's a pitfall. A simple export-focused website is important. If they can't find you anywhere online, they assume the business is risky. Share photo of your warehouse. If you're not the owner, wherever you're buying from, you can get pictures of the product from the place you're buying from. You can get pictures. For wherever you're buying from, you can get pictures. Lack of clear target market entry. Lack of clear target market entry. Exporter promote ginger randomly to any country without understanding their demand side. That's why I already gave you a data of the market where there is demand. So that when you are doing, even if you are going to get any data and going to incur any cost, let it be in a market that where you have opportunity and potential demand. They are focusing on where there is no good demand size. They don't know their quality requirement or regulation. Choose specific target market. Study the region, specification, packaging, pricing. Ignoring trade data and market intelligence. The reason for the exportproductatlas.com is for export product intelligence. Critical information about the product to help you in all your marketing effort. Ignoring market intelligence. You can find out on ITC, but I would recommend you consider you consider exportproductatlas.com, a one-stop shop for export product information. No proof of capacity or track record. This might be a challenge. Buyer sometimes want evidence you have capacity. That's why I said if you have a warehouse, show them the warehouse. If you are looking for buyer also, you should have done lab analysis for your product. As in, sometimes when you ask people some questions, you want to export a particular product. You already have a source you are going to get it from. Get sample from that source, for that warehouse, and take it to the lab for analysis. Showcase your source, packaging area, quality test certificate. If you are buying from processing plant, when they clean, show the processing. Failure to offer sample. Sometimes a buyer is asking for sample, and guess what? Some exporter will say buyer is the one that will bear the cost of sample because they've sent to 3-4 people and they've not gotten someone showing interest. Always remember that international trade is buyer's market. International trade is buyer's market. Buyer have upper hand in international trade. International trade is buyer's market. Because international trade is buyer's market, so they have a lot of options. They have a lot of options of people trying to get their attention. Just the way you do. Overpricing and inconsistent pricing. So for courier, I would recommend you send. If they are willing to cover the cost, why not? But if they are not willing to cover the cost, that should not be the reason why you're not sending. Overpriced and inconsistent pricing. Just see it as cost of marketing or cost of promotion. Factor it in your budget. Cutting prices without considering global market rate make exporter appear unserious. Monitor international ginger price trend, set competitive price but profitable pricing, offer volume discounts, to large buyers. Poor follow-up. Exporters, now, if you are doing commodity like ginger, you should have it in the warehouse before you start looking for buyer. The beauty is that you have market to sell locally. You can sell to people locally, so it's not going to be a waste if you are buying early in the season when the price is still very low. And the reason for this is simple. You might end up buying at a high price. Okay, so let me give you an example. There is a client, one of our students want to export cashew. And I was talking to a cashew buyer in India today. We're chatting on WhatsApp. And he was offering me, okay, based on the student confirmed they have been able to get a source for their cashew. And at the source they got, the price they are getting it. When I offer that price, when I check that, that price, you check it against other exporters in Nigeria, that price was very high. Because at the end of the day, when you factor in other cost, and then we offer the buyer said this price is even more than CIF price. And I was offering FOB based on the price this student gave us. I'm basically saying that don't overprice. That's why you need to ensure you have access to source where you get this thing at a good rate. Don't overprice. Poor follow-up. Exporters send one message and never follow up, yet buyer often respond after multiple reminders. Lack of participation in buyer-focused platform. You didn't go for trade fair. You don't attend industry event where you can meet. When they say, okay, you are a member of a chamber, they say some people are coming from abroad. They are into so and so product. Like there'll be a program, I think in March, and it's between Nigeria and Kenya. And I'll be announcing it on this program for those that are interested. I'll send you a link on it. It's between Nigeria and Kenya. The ambassador of Kenya has formed a chamber of commerce in Nigeria-Kenya Chamber of Commerce, and they are looking for people that will supply value-added manufactured goods to Kenya. To Kenya. That kind of event, you want to be there. That kind of event, you want to be there. Ignoring B2B platform. It's important for you to attend trade fairs, be on platforms, network with importers. Do you know on LinkedIn, on Facebook, there are groups that are product specific? If you buy and keep without having a buyer, what about the cost of storage? I agree with you, Mr. Talabi, but 20 ton, or I don't think it's so significant because storage, maybe you spend about 150, 200. I'm not sure it's so significant because the likely change in price if you are buying later is more than the cost you are going to spend on storage. And in looking for buyer, if you do what you need to do, I'm sure within a month you should be talking to 3, 4, 5 buyers of that product. So that's why I'm recommending, because if you don't take a position at the beginning of the season, you might agree a price now, and by the time you are negotiation and go back to the market, they say the price has gone up. And it won't be good to come back. But warehouses are not cheap. I'm not saying they are cheap. I'm only saying that when you look at the cost of warehousing, vis-a-vis the likely change in price, if you don't have the product ready, you can't compare it to warehousing cost. That's what I meant. Of course, I'm not saying warehouse is cheap. I'm only saying compared to what you stand to incur in additional cost if you don't have the product and price move against you. That's actually what I meant. All right, let's keep the question coming as we go on break. I've seen a couple of questions I've tried to answer immediately. So please drop your question. And if you want to speak, you can raise up your hand as we go on break.
At 3T Impex, we believe every aspiring exporter deserves a clear pathway to international success.
That's why we created the Export Mentoring Program, from Export Novice to Export Legend.
This is a 6-month hands-on mentoring program designed to take you from beginner to global exporter.
Every participant is guaranteed direct contact with 5 active international buyers.
You receive step-by-step handholding, from product selection and branding to documentation, logistics, and payments.
Most of our participants begin their first export transaction within 3 to 6 months.
And when you complete the program, you continue to enjoy free advisory services.
The program cost 1,200,000 naira and runs virtually with participants from Nigeria and around the world. If you're ready to move from export novice to export legend, this program is for you.
Let's mute our mic, please.
At 3T Impex,
So for those that are trying to gain access to the YouTube channel, these are the two YouTube channels, Voice of African Trade and Global Trade Tutor. Before the end of today or latest by tomorrow, this video is going to be on this platform. Just check either of them to access it. Those that want to do a screenshot of chart or you want to go over it again to be able to master it and begin to implement, please visit the YouTube channel for it. Next week, we are going to be discussing Gum Arabic. Our focus next week is Gum Arabic. And that's 17th of February, next week, Tuesday. Remember, on Thursday, we are going to be meeting on Thursday. Remember, we have a session every Thursday by 5 p.m. That will be episode 91. This is episode 5. You know, that's the way we started that one. And little by little by little by little, little by little by little by little by little, we were able to get to where we are right now. We're already on episode. Last week we discussed, I think it was cement we talked about last week. This week, Thursday, we are on episode 91 and we are discussing toilet paper. That's next tomorrow. We are discussing toilet paper. That's next tomorrow. Someone said, good evening. Which of the institution issue traceability certificate for? I'm not sure. You have to deal with private organization right now. Aderonke, there are people you can talk to, suppliers. Elwin, I'm sure Elwin can help. If you are interested, I can link you up with Elwin to help. Can you share the link on Telegram? Okay, I will drop that for you right now. The link on Telegram. I will drop that for you right now. That's African Export Business on Telegram. African Export Business on Telegram. Check your chat. You see the link to Telegram. Thank you. Tomorrow we are having our weekly export series on radio, powered by Zenith Bank. It's called Export 360. Brought to you by Zenith Bank on 993 Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info 993. Nigeria Info 993. Nigeria Info 993.
I am looking for information on how to export chin-chin and plantain chips.
Processed Foods Export Atlas.
Okay, how about information on the quality requirements of palm oil for export?
Processed Foods Export Atlas.
All right. What of information on how to do my pricing and costing for honey and tea export?
Processed Foods Export Atlas.
What if I want information on how to find buyers abroad for poundo yam?
Processed Foods Export Atlas.
How can I get information on how to export beans flour and prevent spoilage?
Processed Foods Export Atlas.
What if I need information on how to prevent quality issues in plantain flour and yam flour export?
Processed Foods Export Atlas.
How do I know the documentation requirements for the export of dried fruit and vegetables?
Processed Foods Export Atlas.
So, are you telling me that this one book contains all these information about exporting different processed foods?
Yes, it is your ultimate guide to successfully export 30 processed foods. It is not just a book, it is an atlas that provides comprehensive processed foods information in colorful charts and pictures. It is easy to read, saves you time, conserves your energy, and it's pocket-friendly.
The Processed Foods Export Atlas is the most important book you will ever read for successful export business. It is a one-stop shop for all the information required to export a particular product.
So, either as an intending or current exporter, food processor, or banker funding export business. This is a must-have for all and sundry in the sector.
Order for the manuals is currently ongoing at a discount. Place your order at the cost of 40,000 Naira. Delivery will be done to anywhere in Nigeria at no extra cost. For more inquiry, call 0809 1234 5673. Processed Foods Export Atlas, your ultimate guide to successfully export 30 processed foods.
Congratulations, your search for buyers abroad is over through the help of the Eureka Pack. The Eureka Pack helps you do 7 things in order to get buyers abroad. It shows you how to 1. Get prepared to get buyers abroad. 2. Get the online tools to deploy to get buyers abroad. 3. Get list of markets with demands for your products. 4. Get the list of importers in that market. 5. Get the contacts of importers in that market. 6. Get the export contracts from the contact details of the importers. 7. Get favorable export contract terms. The Eureka Pack shows you how to enter the billion-dollar markets available for your products across the world at a very discounted rate of 60,000 Naira. The valuable materials that you get upon purchase include 2 manuals and 27 videos explaining and demonstrating how to use the manuals to find buyers abroad. We know you are elated already and interested in ordering for the Eureka Pack right away. Place your order via a WhatsApp chat to 0809 999 3142 or email to info@3timpex.com. You can get this pack for just 60,000 Naira. Grab your copy now.
At 3T Impex, we believe every aspiring exporter deserves a clear pathway to international success.
That's why we created the Export Mentoring Program, from Export Novice to Export Legend.
This is a 6-month hands-on mentoring program designed to take you from beginner to global exporter.
Every participant is guaranteed direct contact with 5 active international buyers.
You receive step-by-step handholding, from product selection and branding to documentation, logistics, and payments.
Most of our participants begin their first export transaction within 3 to 6 months.
And when you complete the program, you continue to enjoy free advisory services.
The program costs 1,200,000 Naira and runs virtually with participants from Nigeria and around the world. If you're ready to move from Export Novice to Export Legend, this program is for you.
All right, thank you very much, everyone. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow is 6:30 p.m. Someone asked about the radio program. It's 6:30 p.m. Tomorrow on radio, on Thursday, we meet again here for tissue paper export. And next week, we continue finding buyers. All right, bye-bye. Thank you very much.